Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Oh, the Iron Golem's outside.
Yeah, but there's not three anymore.
No, but they do use our little staircase.
Yeah, that's why I think it's because the stairs here. I think they get like tripped up over here onto it. Probably should just remove that here.
Yeah,
That happened last week. Remember?
We just witnessed a bunch of zombies out here, which we assume is a horde, and then there was some like iron on the ground, and I thought a zombie died, but it looks like the zombies might have killed one of the Iron Golems before we got to clean up the mess.
Asshole zombies.
So, random question, and maybe you'll know the answer. Maybe you don't want to say the answer. How big, square footage wise, is your house?
Oh, I don't know if I actually know. I think it's 3,000, but I might be way off.
So that's
that might be the area that they carpeted whenever. Because I feel like that number, cause that's the number that comes to mind. But that might just be the area they carpeted. There was 2 rooms they didn't carpet, and the downstairs. They didn't carpet
so
either.
quite decent sized house.
It's okay, yeah.
What is the smallest house you feel like you could live in?
Definitely not a tiny home. I passed a place. I was going somewhere yesterday, and I passed a place that called themselves something tiny homes for you or something like that. And it was mainly just like the little buildings you put outside your house, but they were calling them tiny homes. Anyways, I mean, you know, I look at. I'm sure you've seen the pictures from like China or Japan and these little tiny like apartments that like everything folds out because you don't have like your bed will fold out and your washing machine will fold out and your dishwasher folds out and all this shit. I could not do that. I think the smallest would probably be, it had to be a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, I think is the smallest I could go.
2-bedroom, 1 bath? Okay, so you're still looking at pretty big. So I used to watch the tiny house shows a lot, and I'm intrigued by tiny houses mainly for the aspect that they're mobile. They're like the ones that you watch in the show. And I'm all about like, give me a tiny house or let me build an awesome tiny house that's on a trailer that I can basically, it's a motor home essentially.
Right.
I love the concept of like the school bus renovations when they leave the school bus still running and they turn it into a house. So it's like a motor home, but made out of a school bus. I think that's cool. The tiny house concept itself, I could not just live in a tiny house as my like day-to-day living. But I always, in my mind, put tiny homes as something you build as like, you know, a hipster and essentially for the most part as mobile. I came across this series on YouTube by this lady who's doing these documentaries on, a lot of them are New York, but there's a couple other ones in there, of tiny apartments. And these are literally like apartment complexes that have these tiny areas that they rent out. Some of them, one of them I thought was crazy. It was 96 square feet.
Jesus, that's kind of what I was talking about when you see this stuff in Japan and China.
$800 a month still.
Oh my God!
And for somebody, a typical person in New York, they might be like, "That doesn't sound bad at all." And you know, amazingly, a lot of the places they do pretty damn good with the space.
I mean, I'm sure everything's kind of like tucked into walls and stuff like that, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's all like the bed folds out from somewhere. It's actually usually most of these where the couch was your bed. Like where you sit during the day is your bed. It either folds down or you sleep on the couch as your bed. And it's kind of amazing to me what they do with the kitchen areas. That's more what I find really intriguing is how you deal with the, you know, the kitchen in a space like that, which usually they don't have a real kitchen. It's like a hot plate that they store in a cupboard, and you know a microwave is what their kitchen is. But there was one I saw, which it was actually the nicest looking one, if I recall. 72 square feet.
Oh my God!
72 square feet, and I was staring at this thing, going, "There is no possible way I could function in a space like this."
I mean, the person that lives there,
they gotta not live there on a regular basis, right?
Well, or if they do, it's like,
or it's where they sleep.
Where they sleep, yeah. Right. And it's just them. Like, there's not. I mean, you don't have a kid in a spot like that, right?
Because I mean, this person didn't. But I mean, I lived in the dorms before, like for a long time. Lived in the dorms. Those rooms are small. However, those rooms didn't include my bathroom, my kitchen.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about the bathroom. 72 feet and there's only a bath. Where's the bath? What are you peeing in?
I'm trying to remember exactly how this one was set up. I think it was literally like a little side thing in the corner with, it was like an Asian style bathroom, whereas it was one room that had a toilet, a sink, and the shower with no separation. Like there's a drain in the middle of the floor.
Gotcha.
And I'll tell you, my buddy,
like the size was like your bathroom downstairs bigger than these bathrooms?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's insane. It's insane.
It was more the size of a coat closet that you got into. My buddy moved to Asia shortly after college and did the whole English as a second language teaching. He actually still lives in Japan now. He's married now, and him and his wife live in Japan. I don't know what their space looks like now, but I remember him sending me pictures of the first place that he had, and one of the things that tripped him up the most that he got used to, but he sent us pictures of, was the bathroom, because those Asian style bathrooms are crazy with the fact that they had, you know, it's just an open room with a shower handle on the wall and a drain in the middle. So like when you take a shower, you do it in the middle of the room and you're like splashing water all over, you know, the toilet, the sink, all that stuff when you're taking a shower. And
I guess you could kind of clean the bathroom while you take a shower.
I mean, I guess that is what happens, but I can't even imagine that because we're so big in like America. And I have a separated bathroom with, you know, the bathtub has like a shower curtain, so you don't drip water anywhere.
Right.
If you get water outside of the bathtub, I'm always like, damn, I fucked up essentially.
Right.
Can you imagine just having like the water all just you're getting water all over the toilet and stuff when you shower, and that's what you do on a daily
that would
basis.
Be so weird. And then like after you, I mean, would you dry off the toilet with your towel after you're done?
I don't know. I guess I didn't at the time think to ask him like, so how is it? Is it good? Is it bad? You know, like he seemed to get used to it really, really quickly though. So I can't imagine it was terrible.
It would that would be a weird change of all the things that would change. I mean, I think moving to another country like that sounds cool, but there's probably, I don't know if I could do something like that. Like I had such a hard time just in the time I was in Paris getting adjusted to not knowing the language and those sort of things, and trying my damnedest to talk to people when necessary and still just not being able to, and it's stressful.
I did see another video of this girl who lived in Germany, and she wanted to show the difference with German apartments versus like American apartments. And granted, there wasn't that much. She had like a normal sized apartment and everything, so it wasn't like too crazy. But one thing that she said that stuck out to me is she was showing her kitchen a little bit. Granted, her camera angles were terrible. You couldn't really see anything. But she said it's customary in Germany that the kitchens come empty. And by empty, I mean there's no cupboards and things like that in the kitchens when you move into a kitchen an apartment.
It's just an empty room, and you can do what you want with it.
It's an empty room, and most people go to a place and purchase their own kitchen cabinets, counters, cupboards, put them up, and then take them with them when they move.
Oh wow!
So when
that's insane.
Yeah. So when she moved into this space, there was like nothing, and she had to like go buy, like it was something she wasn't expecting to have to do. She had to go buy like cabinets and stuff, and then she found out afterwards that was like standard in the area that she lives at in Germany, and that I'd never heard of before. Like I could never imagine going to a place that had a kitchen, like you imagine a stove, a dishwasher, a fridge, but that's it. You have to
so it did have those things.
Yeah, as far as I gathered from the video, the appliances existed because she was more talking about the cupboards and the shelves and things like that.
See, what's so weird to me about that is you talk about taking them with you. That's not going to match your new house. You know, if you move somewhere, it's almost like you're kind of don't want to ever have to move, because now you got to really, buy new ones, because it's not going to be the same.
Maybe that's what they base it on. Maybe they're hoping to get long-term renters by that. That's their strategy to do that. I don't know. It's so, I would love to live in so many different, like, so then of course I started this fever of looking at like all these like apartments in different countries on YouTube to see what I could find. And it's entertaining as hell. If you ever get bored, do it. It is quite entertaining to see. Because then there was this other guy, and I don't even understand the point of this dude's channel. He seems to be some weird bodybuilder videos is like what he does all his videos on, because he was talking about how this is a different video than his norm. But he's living in Thailand and he's an American guy. And he was just showing off his apartment because so many people were asking, but he does like daily bodybuilding videos from there. It was just very strange, like, connection. I don't know how they were there. But he was talking about how cheap the apartments were in Thailand and showing off this community that he lived in and how it was pretty typically priced. And it was $300 a month, essentially, American dollars. And it was like fully furnished apartment. It was relatively small, but it was still fully furnished, had like this amazing pool, lounging areas. There's Wi-Fi like all through the complex. There's all these common areas in the apartment complex that you can also go
awesome.
to. Oh no, in this video, it would make you want to move to where he lived, like in a heartbeat. Like it just looked incredible. Everything was so sleek and modern and just nice and updated and cheap, and it was so random. Like I started getting really like confused at like, I don't understand, like you're talking about your bodybuilding videos that you're going to put out daily, that don't worry, this is just your second video of the day because people were asking about your apartment, and a bodybuilding video will be out later, but you're some random American guy living in Thailand. Like, what are you doing? I need your backstory now.
Tell me more.
Yeah, I don't have your backstory, and I don't really want to go watch a bunch of bodybuilding videos to find out what your backstory is.
Was he buff?
Yeah, it was a good, in shape dude. Like nothing like crazy. It wasn't like, super, you'd see him on the street and be like, that dude works out. Like he was just an in shape dude.
How do you get a bodybuilding channel if you're just in shape? Like I feel like you got to be like,
when I say in shape, I'm extremely out of shape. So anybody who looks like fit and thin and like he's got muscle definition and this and that, fine. It wasn't, he wasn't like, he's not going to go to any competitions and win like bodybuilder of the year or anything like that.
Right.
But he was a dude that, chicks would probably look at and be like, that's a good looking in shape guy, type of dude.
Oh man.
I'm trying to figure out what to do with this crazy silo.
I wondered where you went.
Yeah, I'm over on the silo. I just put a roof on it, but
I
don't quite know how to fin this shit still.
That's the roof? Looks the same to me.
I just put a flat roof on it. It was an open hole. So right now it's flat roof.
I see.
I don't quite know how to finish the thing. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I thought you said you never were going to finish it.
I know. I lied, apparently. I needed something to work on. It's an eyesore.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. Someone linked the other day, and they linked to the old wheat farm, the one that crashed the server back in the day. Yeah. And they asked us to spend time rebuilding it here and see if it still crashes the server.
I mean, we can do that pretty easily.
Oh, we could. I don't know the dimensions. We'd have to look into it more. You
don't remember?
I mean, it took a while. That wasn't a short setup. That was a very long setup, in fact.
I mean, yeah, it was. Well, it was a long setup back in the day. Would it really be? Because it wasn't just layered, so that you poured water at the top and it just
went all the way down. Yeah.
So it might not be terrible.
Yeah, I don't know why it took so long, to be honest.
Well, probably getting building supplies back then.
Yeah. There wasn't any enchants and stuff like that too, so that makes a little bit of a difference.
Minecraft was a slightly different game back then.
Remember all the obsidian we mined?
Yes. I also remember that it was for the shit. What'd you call that thing?
Arena.
The arena. It was for the arena, and I remember one day you were talking about having to do a video of something in the arena, and I decided I was going to go play in the arena, and the creepers got really out of hand, and I didn't have time to fix it all. And the next day you had to make this video.
I don't even remember this.
Well, and it was funny because you still made the video the next day, and I was really confused. And I guess you had taken like a backup of the world because it was still all fucked up. Because I didn't have time to go mine all the sand and stuff that was needed to fix everything. Because there was so much involved in that damn arena.
Yeah, thinking back on it, it was a little bit overkill. Like, you didn't have to put obsidian down. Really, we could have just put sand in there, and if it got blown up, it got blown up.
Or just obsidian.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, the sand,
because there was
wasn't
there
a whole
5
other
layers
thing.
of sand and then obsidian underneath, and it was meant to be. I think the point of it was to be, if you had the 5 layers of sand, it would be a lot cooler because there was just it looked like more destruction and craziness as opposed to just like it's always a flat surface type of deal.
Right. Yeah, that definitely was the idea. So you're saying that I restored a backup, you think?
You must have restored a backup because you had to record a video. I think you were, I don't know if you were revealing how much progress we had made on it. And
I might have just refilled the sand up, honestly, because I don't remember this.
I guess it's possible you could have just refilled the sand because I got really caught up with work. I think I had to work like a 3-day stretch of midnights the next couple days, and I was just going on there to play, and because you had it, so it was like a creeper spawner or a spawner underneath that you could hit the button and open up the gate, and all the mobs came out, and I got overwhelmed with mobs and couldn't keep up, and they ended up just destroying me over and over and over again and blew like holes in it everywhere. And I got on and I fixed up as much of the sand as I could, but I mean there was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stacks of sand that I needed to fix what had blown up, and I was like, oh, I'll have to deal with this later.
Do you want to sleep since it's raining?
Sure. It's snowing where I'm at. Let's see. Oh, I thought I could get in from down here. I cannot. Hold on. Shoot. Ow. I didn't use my elytra right. Hold on. I'm almost to bed. I'm eating first. Midnight snack. God, I'm still just thinking about these tiny houses. Like, how I think it'd be so cool to go live in all these other countries, but at the same time, I like having a home.
Yeah. No, I don't think. I mean, and you can't do it with a kid, right? Have you seen any of these people with a
Oh,
kid?
no. I couldn't do it now with a kid at all. But I just like, I don't know, maybe it's the fact that like in my recording setup and all that stuff, it really is not elaborate enough that it needs like a big desktop PC. I could set up a laptop on a docking station to have what I have.
Yeah.
With like external hard drives or something like that. It's not like I have ridiculous amounts of equipment that, other people wouldn't easily have access to, but I think I just like having a setup that's stationary in here, and my mic's here, and I can just come up and wiggle the mouse and be back online and not have to do it,
Yeah. I wouldn't want. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want even like stuff like my bed in the wall and things like that. I think that would get annoying. I haven't always put my bed up and stuff. I don't know.
I mean, that's one thing though that might keep me a little bit more organized, because I mean, what's the point of my bed during the day? I don't come up and sit in my bed during the day. I used to at my old place, like when I lived in Columbia Heights, when I rented a room from in a house, and so the other guys used the common area a lot. I chose to basically, if I was at the house, be in my room a lot of the time is what I would do. I would either be recording or watching, movies or whatever, and I would
recording like YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is whenever you still did YouTube stuff.
Yeah. This was, I mean, I'm only talking like 5 years ago.
Huh. I thought you and Julia lived together as long as I've known you.
No, it's kind of funny because we met, when I joined MindCrack, I had just started working full-time as a nurse. And one of the things that I was bored is I hadn't like made many, friends in my new profession or anything like that. So I was watching YouTube videos of like Minecraft one night, came across, the Minecraft stuff, came across your channel and started being like, oh, this is really cool. I want to do this stuff. And then I joined the server, and I think about 2 months into joining the server, I started dating this girl. And that's one of the reasons why I disappeared for a couple months. Is I was dating this new girl. YouTube was new to me.
Not
obviously.
Julia.
No. This wasn't Julia. This was long before Julia.
Shit. Well, because see, the first time I met you, I also met Julia, so that's why.
That is, the first time we met in person. But God, that was how many years after? I
didn't think it was that many, to be honest. Maybe it was. I didn't know. I don't know.
Yeah, because
I'd offer to come punch you in the face a lot sooner.
You did. Remember, that's what turned me off, to wonder what kind of crazy guy wants to come punch me in the face. Like, who is this?
I wasn't going to hit you hard. It was going to be staged.
I didn't know. Some weirdo wants to punch me in the face. This is kind of weird.
I really thought it came across very innocent sounding. I had no idea.
Well, in hindsight, it did, sure. But I don't know. My mom always taught me to watch out for internet weirdos.
Yeah.
So no, I did this other girl for a couple months, and that's why I was away from the server for a while, because she lived a little ways away from the house, and I don't mean it was like 9 miles, but in DC terms, it's like an hour drive all the time, you know. And so I was hanging out with her a lot, and then and then she broke my heart, type of deal. It was one of those situations where I was really like devastated at our breakup and everything. Yeah? And it was like I was dating her when that very first. I'm trying to remember who put it on. It was that live stream. You were still like a really small channel too. I mean, I was extremely small, but you were still small channel in that live stream that somebody wanted you and I to actually come participate in. And it was the first big thing, like you were invited to.
That's how I met Co, actually.
Yeah, so it was that time frame, and I couldn't do it because I was not because I was hanging out with her, but I wasn't going to be back by my computer anytime soon because of like the distance I was away from. And then that's when I came back to the server, and there was like pause and beef, and I didn't know anything that was going on because it'd been like 2 months since I had logged in. Just I got busy with all that stuff going on, and. After her, I dated this other girl for a while, like close to a year.
Oh,
on and off, like we weren't like this.
Okay,
yeah.
I really, in my mind, you have been with Julia the entire time I've known you.
Yeah,
this is all news to me.
I've been with Julia the entire time you've known me after we physically met.
Right. But I guess I thought. I just assumed that was who you were with before then too, for some reason. I don't know why. Just did.
No, I was not. Her and I were not a thing when we first met. I didn't think there would be anybody for me, type of deal. Like I don't know what to exactly say, but no, we hadn't met yet. We didn't meet until.
Yeah, what year did you meet? I'm
trying to think what year that was. So I started nursing in 2010. Had to be like 2012, maybe 2013.
Okay.
Had to be in that time frame.
And I don't think it was 2013 because you went to Minecon Orlando, right?
Yes.
That was 2013.
I did go to Minecon Orlando. Julia did come with.
Yeah.
I still lived in Columbia Heights at that time. It might have been pretty early into our relationship. That might have been.
Because I had met you before that Minecon, I feel like. Because that was our first party. We had that bowling alley.
Right. Yes. Yes.
I definitely met you in person before then.
And that was in 2013. So it probably was 2012 then when Julia and I got together.
So I met her soon after you started dating her then.
Yes. You probably met within the first.
In fact, I remember now. Whenever you were walking me back to the hotel, you were telling me how you had not known her very long, and she might be crazy or something like that. So now it does.
Because that night she was crazy. There's no question. She was. There's no question. She was crazy that night. It was alcohol related crazy, but she was crazy that night.
Oh, it was a great first meeting. It really was.
I don't know if you just heard that. That was a loud fucking bang outside. That's probably those alley people I think are shooting each other.
The dead alley people.
Yeah, they are now. I mean,
I didn't hear it though. Wow.
Yeah, that was definitely toiling times of wondering if this was going to be a sustainable thing.
Yeah,
it was very unknown.
God, we have so many chickens and eggs up here. All right, well, I guess we should end this episode.
Okay.
Have you figured out anything?
Yeah, sort of. It's like my symmetry is slightly off, so therefore, like one of these corners looks really bad. But what are we gonna do?
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
All right. See you.